Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So happy Monday. Today, let's talk about Bitcoin FOMO. It's spreading everywhere, not just in the US, globally, everywhere. So let's talk about it. But of course, it's not just Bitcoin. XRP is pumping. It's over 10% today. So what's causing this? There are some major events that's happening for Ripple and XRP. So let's talk about that as well. And there's many other alts that are doing pretty fantastic this morning too. So let's talk about everything. Let's do it. Welcome, 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 guys. The market bell has just rung, and today we're off. We're off, and the U.S. market is looking green, but barely. You know, look at this. Citigroup considers deep job cuts. Okay. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. For U.S. economy, you know, we did get a little bit of good news last week from Fed Chair Powell saying no more rate hike, but still, there are a lot of companies that are not doing so well, and their stocks are not doing so well either. And this week, we have a whole bunch of FOMC members speaking, including Chair Powell twice. No reason. I don't think there's any reason for it when we just had a FOMC meeting and Powell just talked. So why do we need to have all these FOMC members and these other guys talk? No reason for it. Absolutely none. But the U.S. market could do its thing. Bitcoin right now and crypto, they have decoupled basically 100% away from the U.S. market. So regardless if the markets are still doing bad or will do bad, Bitcoin is strong as ever, still holding above 35,000. And today, of course, the big story is XRP up around 14%. But not just them. You got Cardano and Doge and Chainlink. You got all these great movers today, right? So I'm going to kind of talk about some of them. But before that, let's stick with Bitcoin, FOMO, right? Why is FOMO spreading? Well, you have a lot of places that, hey, they're paying attention. They're paying attention to what's going on in the U.S. Since we still do not have a spot Bitcoin ETF, China is thinking, maybe we need to come out with ours first. So we know that China already allowed Hong Kong to open up to Bitcoin and crypto trading. Exchanges are still operating, right, or trying to get their license right now, right? But China is even considering, hey, let's just get some spot Bitcoin ETFs here too. Let's not let the U.S. have all the fun, right? So that's pretty big. We have a few other countries that do already have spot Bitcoin ETFs, and their volume are exploding. Like the ones from Canada have over $4 billion in them, and they're going up. And China, if they come out with one, a lot of Chinese citizens are going to throw their money at it, right? So FOMO is spreading everywhere, not just China, not just Asia. Look at this. Germany's third largest bank comes out with a decentralized platform, okay? And what is the purpose of that platform? To allow institutional investors to buy and trade Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah. So worldwide, that's the beauty of Bitcoin and crypto. They're for the world. They're not just for the U.S., right? That's why it's impossible to ban. That's why the adoption curve is faster than even adoption of mobile phones and internet, because we have 8 billion people, right? That's coming in. Not yet, not everyone, but you get the picture, right? They're all trying to FOMO in right now, and these big institutions are trying to make it easier for everyone to get in by coming out services or platforms or being custodians or ETFs or simply just buying, right? They're all doing it right now. That's why if you're looking at the metrics of Bitcoin, man, so strong, very, very strong. Addresses with just over $1,000. I bet every one of you guys watching right now probably have already achieved this. Maybe not everyone, but $1,000 into Bitcoin, right? We have 8 million addresses with over 1,000. 8 million sounds like a lot. It's all-time high. But 8 million out of 8 billion, that's nothing. That's 1%. That's 1% of the world that has $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Wait until that jumps to 80 million and then 800 million, right? How high will Bitcoin be when there are 800 million addresses showing that they owe at least 1K worth of Bitcoin? That would be crazy. And as crazy as that sounds, that may happen sooner than later. Within the next 20 years, that may very well happen. As the globe adopts Bitcoin and its infrastructure, that very well may happen. Okay? And of course, while this is happening, exchanges, they're losing their Bitcoin, the reserves, the balances continues to drop. That's what we want to see, and eventually it's going to drop so low. It's just there's none left for the normal people. Okay, when this drops to like 2013 levels, and it will get back there slowly but surely, it'll drop back to 2013 levels. And what happens then? That's when Bitcoin will be above $1 million each. Could be above $2 or $3 million each by then. And then average Joes will not be able to afford any Bitcoins at all. Even individual sats will be very, very expensive, right? So that's why, still, great time to be loading up, to stock up before that happens, before 8 billion people come in, because it's still so early. And that's fantastic, right? So what's going on right now? We just had a fantastic October. What about PumpVember? Are we going to see more movement? Well, if you look at this, look at the trajectory we're moving right now. It's very similar to November of 2020, right before we go upwards in a big way. I believe we may see something like that happen, especially if we get a spot Bitcoin ETF approval. That, I think we're going to see that spike, right? So back in 2020, obviously we're coming back from COVID. So Bitcoin shot down to about 3,000 and went up to 10,000. And it took a while before we broke up to 12,000. It took a while, but we did. And afterwards, we kind of slowly trended upwards. And then boom, we exploded upwards to about 16,000. So what's our next level? If we explode upwards, you know, it could be that 37,000 mark. It could be a little bit higher, about 39,000. I think it's just a matter of time. We are gaining strength. More and more people are coming in, especially now. They see how the stock market is losing strength. Equities are losing strength. Bonds are losing strength. Even precious metals are losing strength. What isn't losing strength? Bitcoin and crypto. So you got a lot more people flowing in. It's only getting stronger as we head into December. The Santa rally. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, and we're seeing it right now. Here's another real thing. Looking at the price momentum oscillator, this signals when a bull run starts. And what is it signaling right now? A bull run is starting. Just like the previous cycles. Okay, even though we have not hit the halving event yet, but according to this, we have already started because we are breaking above, and I believe that is true. We are definitely not making a new low. Like, I don't know if anyone still says that. At this point, if you're saying that, I don't know what to think. But we're definitely recovering. We're entering the most bullish phase shortly, and that's after the halving event, and that's like only 5 months away. So we're definitely in the next bull run. And during this climb, we will see some alts really start shining, including today's big winner, XRP, which is at 72.73 cents. It has been pretty stagnant for a while. Okay, this is barely moved, right? And here's why, because if you look at 90 days, it's still down. So if you go 90 days ago, when we had a little bit of a bump, XRP was actually higher than, right? But nevertheless, in the last 30 days, up about 40%. Today's up 13%. So the XRP army is very, very bullish. In fact, I'll show you how bullish the XRP army is. I found something that's very interesting. But why is XRP going up today? Okay, well, there's no immediate answer to why XRP is skyrocketing today, right? Last week, we had several institutions say that they're adopting Ripple. One in Georgia that's using XRP Ledger as a stablecoin platform. Another, I forgot, it was saying something in here. There's another, Dubai Financial Services Authority approved XRP under its virtual asset regime. All right, so there was a couple good news last week, okay? That was last week. Anything come out this week? No, but there are a few things happening this week, including there's this big fintech conference in DC, and guess who are two of the speakers there? And it starts today. Ends on the 9th, right? Take a look. These are the top dogs, the headliner speakers, and you have none other than Gary Gensler and Brad Garlinghouse. They will both be speaking. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to this because they want to see what Gary is going to say and how Brad is going to respond. I hope Brad goes second. I hope he doesn't go first. So that'll be quite interesting to see because obviously whatever Gary thinks is wrong. He's sued Brad himself. He's sued Chris Larsen. He's sued Ripple. And he has been losing nonstop, okay, one after another. And here's something else. This conference ends on the 9th. Rumors are on the 9th is when the SEC meets with Ripple. And they decide if they are going to settle the case or cancel it outright. So that is also coming this week. So I think this is the reason why XRP is going up because people are getting excited. They are getting excited about the potential of finally removing Gary off of Ripple's back, off of XRP's back once and for all. Now, there is something, though. There's one thing that may kind of hinder this because supposedly there is a 770 million claim impact because out of all the things that Ripple won, the one thing they didn't win at was the legal sale of security tokens because they did have an ICO. So SEC is probably going to negotiate them on this point. Secondary sales were considered non-securities, okay? And because of that, Brad and Chris Larsen, they're not guilty of selling securities. But Ripple did have an ICO without SEC's approval, I guess, right? So there may be a 770 million claim impact. Maybe, but that's what I think they will be discussing. They will probably minimize that to a slap on the wrist fine for Ripple, and finally they can move away. And that will be absolutely fantastic for not only XRP, right? They will probably pump to $1 afterwards. And then, who knows how high it will be. But it's not just for XRP. It's going to be good for the entire industry. It's going to be good for Bitcoin too. Everything is going to skyrocket after this because basically it's just a huge win. It's a huge win. Now, I was speaking about how bullish XRP Army people are. So I randomly came across this. Okay, I don't know who this guy is, but he is saying XRP blast off in 8 days. Okay, and why does he think that? Well, just looking at before, he was looking at when XRP pumped up to about $3. Okay, it was at the tail end. It kind of started a little bit earlier in 2017. That was a very bullish year, right? 2017, when we had Bitcoin go from 1,000 to 20,000. But throughout that period, we saw XRP go up majorly. There was 1,000% gain, and then a 1,400% gain, and then to cap it off, it had a 1,500% gain. XRP was sub-cents. It was below cents before it even went up. It was at 0.007, okay? It went from 0.007 to close to $4. That's how much it went. Now, this person is saying, if we're looking at where XRP right now is, and it does the same things, and it goes up the same kind of percentages, watch out, because XRP will go up to $10 to $14 within 4 to 5 weeks. Now, that shows you how bullish XRP Army people are. Are we going to see XRP go up 1,000% or 1,400% within the next 4 to 5 weeks? I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, that would take a lot. That would take a lot. That would take BlackRock shifting their Bitcoin strategy to XRP strategy and saying, screw Bitcoin ETFs, let's do an XRP spot ETF. It would take something like that to happen. So I don't think we will see $14 XRP within 4 to 5 weeks. Will we see $14 XRP by the end of this cycle? I don't even think that's going to happen. That's just too crazy. But, you know, who knows? Maybe from here on out, XRP does a 15x, right? By the end of this cycle in 2025. Can we see a $15 or $14 XRP, or at least a $10 XRP by the end of the cycle? Okay, I'll give that. Yeah, that could happen. That's, you know, like a 10 to 15x. That could happen. But not in the 4 to 5 week time frame. But anyways, it doesn't matter. If you believe in XRP and you're holding it, you're doing pretty well, right? Especially if you've been holding since 2017. You're doing really, really well. You could care less, right? Maybe this is time for XRP to finally shine since it's been held under by the SEC. We'll see. Other alts that are doing good. Chainlink. Chainlink has been doing very, very well. Okay, any reason for it? No, just more people coming in and adopting Chainlink and buying them. Right? Look at that. Market value hits a 19-month high. A whole lot of addresses now holding at least 1K Chainlink. So that's the reason. FOMO is coming back. People are getting excited again, and people are just buying. That's exactly what's happening. If you guys watched my Sunday video yesterday, I talked about it. Are we in full-blown altcoin season? No, we're nowhere close. But throughout Bitcoin's climb, we'll see stagnant periods for Bitcoin. And what happens during those periods? Money flows into alts. That's what's happening right now. Right? Arbitrum also is going upwards. So this new staking approval is approved. Of course it will be. This allows people to stake Arbitrum. Right? This will remove a lot of sell pressure. So absolutely fantastic. Right? So there are a lot of altcoins right now that are doing very, very well. Even today, Doge, which has been pretty stagnant, is doing pretty well, up almost 5%. No reason why other than Elon came out with a ChatGPT competitor called like Grok or Gronk or something like that. Other than that, it has nothing to do with Doge, but it's going up. Chainlink is up, right? A lot of alts are going up. This is fantastic, but of course, we want to see Bitcoin go up. We want to see Bitcoin hit that next level, 37,000-ish, right, and build off of there. We're waiting for that to happen. All right, let's do some Q&A. We got a lot of excited people in the live chat right now. 4,400 people. That's pretty darn good. Haven't seen 4,400 for a couple weeks now. Let's see if I missed anything. Someone says Link is killing Dot. Doge has been pumping. J-Dub says hurry up and buy. Space Vibe says, have fun staying poor with the Three Stooges. I'm not going to name their names. All right. OG says, you're so right about DCA. Best thing to do. It's a proven. It's not like I created DCA or I invented DCA. It's a proven strategy that's been around forever, right? DCA does work. Especially, it works with assets that are worth holding on to. If you DCA something that is going down because it's garbage, then of course that doesn't work. But if you're DCAing with Bitcoin, with a lot of these alts that you know are continuing to push forward and they're not giving up, it works. Someone else at the beginning of live chat said, I lost everything after Celsius collapsed, but now I'm over 6 figures through DCAing. Congratulations. That's what DCA does. It always wins out long term. Nate, new member, welcome. The XRP girls know better. I do have the most educational XRP video ever created. And today will be a good time to play it. Imagine telling people last year we'll hit 40K this year, they will laugh at you. I mean, it's true. It's true. I even said, hey, at the beginning of the year, I said, hey, I would be very happy if we ended between 30 to 35,000 by the end of this year. Okay. Now that we're at 35,000 exactly, right? Obviously, I changed my estimate, and I think, okay, if we're here already with a spot Bitcoin ETF, we could be at 40 in no time. So we could be between 40 and 45, maybe even as high as 50 if we truly get a spot Bitcoin ETF, right? But yeah, at the beginning of the year, when we were at like 16,000, 17,000, sub 20,000, and Bitcoin was not moving, it was hard to see that. Len, gifting another membership. Thank you. You've been gifting a lot of memberships. Richard asks, currently I have 75% Bitcoin, 25% alt portfolio. I plan to convert one Bitcoin to alts to be 50 and 50 in alts to maximize gains. When do you advise to do it? Richard, I can't tell you exactly when to do it, but I suggest you to watch my video from last night, my Sunday video, where I explain altcoin seasons and how they move. Okay, so there's no exact period. There's no one date where I say, okay, January 30th, which doesn't exist, February 25th is when you start buying alts. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to do it slowly over time, right? That's why I advise the 50, 25, 25 rule. And it seems like you're a little overweight in Bitcoin, so now is a great time. But if you wanted to stay heavy in Bitcoin, because there's still a lot of room for Bitcoin to grow and it's still going to be dominant for a while, there's nothing wrong with that either. Tamara, are you on TikTok? Yes, but my TikToks have not been doing well. And there's a $10,000 challenge that's primarily focused on TikTok, so you guys need to check it out. Will it make XRP more bullish if it trades in a trillion? Of course. Of course. When you have larger volume, of course it's going to be better. Two. Kamal NZ2. Okay. Ed, if 60 to 70% of holders decide to take profits at the beginning of 2025, when BTC and alts are at all-time high, will exchanges have a hard time cashing out? Yeah, if everyone does. 60 to 70% of all holders, that's a lot. that's when, you know, systems crash. Coinbase, Binance, they always crash. During high volume times, they just can't keep up. So it could happen. What do you think about Illuvium? I think ILV is Illuvium. I feel it'll hit 1,000 soon. Probably not. Yeah, yeah. Soon? No. If ever, I don't know. Yeah, in this bull cycle, maybe it could do a you know, 10, 15x because everything will go up. Can it do a 20x? Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I got off the Illuvium bandwagon a while ago. They promised a whole lot back here, right, when they pumped up there. They still don't have the full-fledged game, but I would say that the recovery is quite impressive. They recovered from $38 all the way to $65, and they're not too far off from their all-time high. Which is, oh, actually, that's 1 year. I'm sorry. They were up here. 17. Wow. You know what? I take that back. What you said about hitting 1,000, I take that back. They were at $1,700. Okay, this is why. This is one of those instances I don't think they're gonna get back to their previous high. Because I just got done saying, because they were very hyped up. They had all these cool like screen captures of the game and how everyone was so excited about this AAA, you know, RPG game was going to be released. And now we're like, you know, 2 years later, 3 years later, still not done. So are we going to get back to 1,700 Illuvium? I don't think so. I just don't see it. Maybe not this cycle, maybe the next one. If there's true crazy FOMO again, is it a possibility? I guess so, but I just don't believe it anymore. Trust wallet token is pointless. You can't do anything with it. You can't even stake it. I don't even know why there's trust wallet token, to be honest. So you can speculate on it, but you can't do anything with the token. Teller is an up-and-coming oracle. It gets pumped a lot, but it gets dumped a lot too. It could be. I mean, it could be adopted, but, you know, nothing comes close to Chainlink. How high can Solana go? Realistic view. Solana had a big jump, but now it's cooling off, right? But it's still above 40. A lot of people think Solana could be up here, right behind Ethereum this bull run. I don't disagree. It can, you know. So previous was like 250. Yeah, can it get back to 250? Solana definitely has a chance. They are one that I do believe have a chance. Nuke FPV. Yo, George, go hard, bro. Thank you. And I will in Vegas and Miami. Today is a good day. I didn't even notice Ethereum. Ethereum is 1,900. It's outperforming Bitcoin a little bit. It might hit 2,000 today. We haven't seen Ethereum over 2,000 for a while now. Avalanche is still doing good. Stellar's doing good today. Cosmos doing good. You got Uniswap doing good. I mean, today is a really green day. A lot of Chronos from Crypto.com, Aptos, even ICP, Filecoin, Hedera, all up. Arbitrum, Aave, man, you got some really good movers. Thorchain is still moving up. Stacks, Algorand. You know, right now, Render, Axie, Decentral, Sandbox, Data. I mean, right now what's happening is a lot of people are feeling the FOMO. And they're like, okay, this is the time for me to like take some of my Bitcoin out and put in alts. I think that's exactly what's happening, right? But just be careful. Don't go too hard in that direction. Because once Bitcoin starts pumping again, then a lot of those alts will stop moving once again because the money flows back to Bitcoin. It always does this. So if you're going to diversify a little bit, okay, you start putting a little bit more into alts, don't go too heavy into it. This is not the time yet. Second half of 2025. First half and second half of 2025 will be fantastic for alts. It's always like that. The final year, the final leg, that's when alts really explode. So as long as you have a good foundation, a good base leading up to that, you're fine. But if you're like converting all of it to alts right now, you will be disappointed. Bitcoin will pick up its strength again, and you're going to regret not having like 50% in Bitcoin. Len, another gifted membership. Thank you. Jake R says, you're an inspiration. I appreciate that. Thank you. What do you think about S15 Silva? Is soon legal to in the States to import? Honestly, I don't I don't have any thoughts on it. I have not kept up. I'm not kept up. I got a lot of people. Michael, I looked in the future. I see more Ferrari track days ahead of you. I'd love to do more of that next year, but I will be traveling a lot more too. So, yeah, but I love to do that more. I have a new idea for drivers only. Those of you guys that like my car channel, I think my new idea is to purchase some of the cars I like, and then I have a couple of guys, and plus my brother-in-law that could be like modifying it, right? So it'd be a cool like build-up series. For example, one of my newest favorite cars is a GR Corolla. I think that's a fantastic car, really fun car. That'd be a really car to work on and make it even better, right? And same thing with maybe some of the older iconic cars. Once my new house is done, I have more garage space and I'll be able to do that. So I'd love to do more car content. X Light Stars X. I love this channel. Awesome. If exchanges run out of BDC, do you think people will dump all their money into XRP? Yeah, but I don't think they're going to run out specifically anytime soon. But if Bitcoin gets too expensive, do you think people will jump into others? Yes. That's what's happening already. When Bitcoin gets, you know, when a lot of people made a lot of money with Bitcoin, what do? They sell and buy alts with it. I remember when my portfolio was at 7K, I held and kept DCA. I'm now at 79K. Congratulations, Lazaro. See, you're an inspiration, just like everyone else that continued the course and DCA'd, right? When it's down and it's fearful, it feels like you may have not made the right decision, especially if you have like friends or family members like picking on you, like asking you like, look at you, you're so stupid, right? But now look at it. You're more than 10x higher. And as a bull market, as we get into this bull market, that could be another 10x. Imagine turning your 7K into 700K within just a matter of few years, right? That's the power of DCA. And that's the power of crypto. That's why once you start investing in crypto, investing in anything else seems like it's watching paint dry. Nothing comes close to performance of crypto. Nothing. It's not even in the same ballpark or same league or in the same universe. Robert. I love to do more car content, but I just don't have time or the space or the manpower. But starting next year, I think I'll be able to do a lot more cooler stuff like car builds and stuff. Rather than just review normal cars, actually do some cool car builds, you know. Yeah, that would be fun. Man, the longer I stay on, the more people tune in. Almost 4,500 people. Today is a good day. I didn't even check the stock market. Is it in the green? No, it's mixed. It's mixed. Disney hires veteran PepsiCo finance chief as new CFO. Bumble founder and CEO step down next year. Slack CEO to succeed her. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of companies not doing so well. Citigroup is also not doing pretty well. Google not doing well. A lot of companies not doing well. But Bitcoin and crypto at this point does not care. It has decoupled away 100%. So what's your opinion on XRP taking over the BNB market cap? You know what? It's about to do it. I think it did it already. So it flips flops a lot. I will say BNB has been very, 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 very quiet, right? It's been there in like that range forever. So can XRP flip? Yeah. But there's a big gap between 4 and 3. Tether shouldn't even be here. And even a bigger gap between 4 and 2. Pete says, if I don't get rich this bull run, I'll be starting an OnlyFans. Go for it, man. Go for it. A lot of guys have their OnlyFans too. Did you hear about zero interest rates on houses Elon was talking about? If you pay your mortgage in BTC, then the homeowner gets a great rate, and mortgage lender makes his money when BTC rise. That's if those mortgage lenders actually hold, which they don't. No businesses do that. Only small businesses there to do that. Big businesses will never hold long term like that because they actually need the money to operate, you know, to pay for bills and expenses, their employees and stuff like that. Maybe they hold some of it, but yeah, I don't know. What kind of coins, in your opinion, will be the hottest this bull run? Is it AI or something else? No, I still think Pan. I still think the L1s, the base layers, will still do the best. The L1s, L2s. Now, if there is an amazing AI project that can do some spectacular things, then yes, it can lead the market. But right now, people are just speculating. So I still think it's L1s, L2s. On the other hand, if there is some other kind of social fi or game that also comes out and it's amazing and it blows everyone away, then yeah, those could lead as well. Chiliz. I have not heard many people ask about it. I saw something about Chiliz recently. Basically, you know, they have a whole bunch of fan tokens in Europe. None of the sports teams in the U.S., they will be able to do fan tokens because they will be considered securities. They have their own chain, and they're still focusing on, you know, fan stuff. I think it's the right direction. I don't know what else they could do, right? Just focus on sports teams and coming out with rewards for teams and stuff like that. But they definitely lost a lot of momentum to last year. But then again, you know, when a bull run comes, anything could really happen. Era 52, stop shilling some random meme coin that you're holding a bag of or you started. I'm not even going to talk about it. I just noticed there's a new feature where it says you could buy your own super chat. I didn't know that. Anyways, all right, guys. So today's a pretty good day, and it's only the beginning of this week. So far, things are looking good. Bitcoin's still above 35. You got XRP pumping. You got most of the alts pumping today. Today is very, very good. So let's see where it goes. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I guess that's it. And watch this video.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.